Hi everyone and welcome. It was yesterday that I went into my African nightcrawler bins and I swapped out, well I didn't swap it out, but I upgraded the bait that I was using to try to get the mites out of my compost. So I'd been using fruits and I had heard that a piece of milk-soaked bread might also do a really good job luring the mites out of the compost and up into the bait. So yesterday I placed a couple chunks of bread into some milk to soak them nice and through, and then I put those bread baits out to see what kind of action they get. And rather than just doing everyday filming, I went ahead and I grabbed the DSLR and set it up for some nice close-up macro time-lapse images. So these just might seem like, really, really sped up video, but they are time lapses. The camera was set to shoot one frame every 1 second. So over the course of every minute, I collected 2 seconds worth of playback. That's right. So it all amounts into, 3 or 4 minutes worth of video when you play it all back quickly. And I even had a couple occasions when I was trying to film stuff and I didn't realize that if the focus ring wasn't pinned down with like a little piece of tape or something, that I would just end up with a bunch of out of focus video. So here we've got 2 attempts where it starts out fine in focus and then it jiggles itself out of focus. So it's a shame. It was kind of cool watching those worms find ways off the paper. So here, I tried to see really, really close up in the bread if I was actually getting those little white mites that I was trying to collect, because, trying to use something white to bait a white something, you can't tell if the bait has been infiltrated by that which you're trying to bait out of your compost. So I'm not sure. I can't even tell, but we'll see when we play the video back whether there's any in the bread. But there's still clearly mites coming out to hang out on the little bits of cantaloupe that remain and on the little bits of pineapple that remain. And I guess the only observation is no matter which bin it was, I could definitely see mites in both instances. But it did seem like continuing with the baiting was probably a good idea in both bins. Um, Even in the one where it seemed like the numbers had reduced significantly. So I'm just going to keep at it. I'm going to keep rinsing what I can. The bread I was unable to rinse, but I'll keep rinsing what I can each day that I continue to find mites out there in my bins. But rather than just your everyday kind of shoot some video, I figured I'd do something a little bit different and try to shoot a few little short time-lapse segments, which in the end really do help me get a lot better visualization into what we're looking at here, since these creatures are tiny and since they are very slow-moving. So here's just the last clip of me just trying to see if there's any mites in the actual bedding, within the material right underneath where the bait was, and I can see stuff cruising around, all kinds of stuff, including the worms. But that's all we got. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, as always, please remember to give me a thumbs up. That's always really appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, also consider subscribing to the channel too. That's really appreciated as well. All right, everyone, have a great day. Bye now.